We about to shine because we already glowing. To get all this
Welcome to the MC Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an MC Classic.
And your
And we want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid. We'll see you on the Dippity Dippity. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we will. It's been so long. It's been so wow. There's a lot of lower thirds saved over here. I haven't opened this. Sorry, I hadn't opened my Hangouts toolbox in so long, and I forgot how many freaking lower thirds and presets we had, and I was like, wow, that's a lot. So if you haven't heard the intro in a while, XSplit was being dumb, and my computer was being dumb like it always is, and that's pretty much what happened. So there's the intro. It's back. I don't know. We'll play it every time, but we'll play it on some of the times at least. It was nice hearing that again, hearing he's fat and me cracking up like I always do. But anyway, we're talking about Ring of Honor Wrestling for 9/16/2016. I don't exactly know the date yet. I got to figure out when it comes out for most people, and then that's the date I'll put on there. But we usually watch it on Monday. I think we're available to watch it on. Oh God, we're available to watch it. available. We're available to watch it on like Friday or Saturday, something like that. So I'm not sure. I have to figure out the date first. But we got. I don't even know who he is today. Kevin Carino Taven or something. I like introduce yourself, sir.
I am Kevin Kelly Carino. Actually, sorry, it's Matthew Kevin Carino. Got to get Matt Taven in there too, you know.
I thought you were gonna be Mr. Wrestling.
You know
Carino
what?
One.
You're right. I went without the mask. Trying something new. I'm Mr. Wrestling 4.
Okay. Well, let's jump right into it. This was definitely, in my opinion, a better show than last week. I just enjoyed it more. There was a lot more to it. It felt like there wasn't a lot to the show because it was only an hour, but there was still like it was packed. Like there was a lot in it. It was like a jar can of sardines is what I was looking for. Or you can put them in a jar. It's up to you. You do what you want. I'm putting mine in the jar. I don't need sardines. Anyway, we start out with Steve Carino making his return. It felt like it took forever for this man to say a word. I thought he was gonna get on commentary and just start going. And like it just for some reason just felt like it took him a long time to actually start to talk. But I was excited to have him back. Even I could feel the pain, even not watching Ring of Honor, not having Steve Carino there. Because I have to watch Michael Cole and JBL and Byron Saxton, but I don't get Super, even though I didn't get that tonight. I don't get Crash and Burn. I was like, come on, like I missed the man. I did. But anyway, thoughts on Steve Carino making his return tonight? His glorious return, I guess.
I was super excited. Super excited to see my friend Steve Carino back. Haven't seen him in a while. I'll be honest, I was a little bit upset. I was set to take his job, and then he came back. So I'm looking for employment if anyone needs a color commentator.
Okay. We'll keep you on file. Well, I won't, but we'll keep you on file though. They will. They got you.
Okay.
They got you. But we started out with the Gorillas of Destiny versus the All Night Express. I started laughing when the All Night Express came out because apparently they're doing some kind of like patriotic gimmick with Caprice Coleman. So I started laughing at that, and then the Gorillas of Destiny just reminded me of the Usos because I knew Camacho was there, and I was like, "Is this the Usos?" Like for some reason they reminded me of the Usos. I don't know why, but they did. There was something about them, probably because they're Samoan. Let's be honest. They're Samoan. The Usos are Samoan.
Done with you.
But they did. To me, they reminded me of the Usos. They had face paint. They're Samoan. Same thing, same team. But basically, there wasn't like I enjoyed this match though. It was a lot of high flying action, but I like seeing Camacho or whatever they call him in Ring of Honor, Micah or whatever they call him in Ring of Honor because I don't know. But I him. He's a guy that I feel like really didn't get a big chance in TNA because he was always overshadowed by Drew Galloway, definitely. But even Eli Drake, because at that time we felt like Eli Drake was something. But we were like, who is this Micah or Camacho or whatever we call him? So I feel like I'm glad he's in Ring of Honor because I feel like it's giving him a chance to really shine a little bit. Because a lot of times I feel like in his career he hasn't really had that opportunity. But definitely an exciting match. A lot of fast-paced action. I have more notes on the rest of the matches than I really do on this one. But I like that the Guerrillas of Destiny, which I don't know what I said their name was, but it wasn't the Guerrillas of Destiny when I first wrote it down. I erased it. I should have kept it, but I wrote it as something completely off. Completely. I can't even remember what it is off the top of my head anymore, but it was completely off. It was what was the announcer's name? Whatever his name is. It was him. His fault. I blame him. I do. But any thoughts on the Guerrillas of Destiny or something else?
Are you blaming my friend Kevin Kelly? How dare you?
I don't think it was Kevin Kelly. It was the ring announcer. What's his name? What's the ring announcer's name?
Maybe if you watch Ring of Honor more often, you'd know people.
I watched it. I watched it the last 2 weeks. So that's a record. That's a world record right there. 2 weeks.
Anyway, first of all, I thank you for getting one of my favorite tag teams' names wrong. You're a jerk, and I'm looking for a new co-host who actually knows people's names. What's wrong with you? They are the Guerrillas of Destiny. They are God. Because yeah. I was excited about this match. I love mostly for the Guerrillas of Destiny. I love them. Mostly Tama Tonga. I've been a fan of his for a while. I just love his in-ring style. And now that he is in a tag team and it's his brother, which is kind of cool too. They're actually brothers. So it kind of works even better because they have that natural chemistry. They're the sons of Haku, so they're automatically badasses because Haku is just I liked the match. It was in a way just a typical 6-man, but in Ring of Honor it's always cool because you don't get the typical like WWE 6-man tag. At least they make it more entertaining for you, and it kind of went along with storylines and things like that. So they were actually building on storylines, unlike WWE does when they just hey, let's throw these 3 guys together, and then these 3 guys together. We're gonna make a 6-man, and it's not gonna make sense, but we're gonna force it. But I don't know. I didn't really write too many notes on this match either. I just really like it. I thought it was just a good match. There wasn't anything too like spectacular that happened. Like nothing really was built. I didn't feel like too much, but it was just a good match, which is kind of sometimes what you need is just a good match. You don't necessarily need anything built or anything.
I am curious. Do you know how the American stable started? I am curious about that because I don't know.
Well, if you would go out into the world at any point, you would know that there is a president.
I got that. Like I get the basis of it, fool. I get the basis of it. I want to know how it started in Ring of Honor because a lot of.
Well, they were like, there's an election going on, so let's do a stable and make it like, that's I don't remember exactly how they got
okay, thank you for admitting that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you admitting that you have no idea what you're trying to say. I appreciate it. We're gonna move on to the next thing. We got a video on Jay Lethal getting turned on, and basically his setting up his match with Naito. That also included an interview with Lethal. I like this. Always like Jay Lethal interviews. Always like how intense he is in his interviews. Kind of want to see how the match is going to play out more than anything. This is at the next pay-per-view, correct? If I'm not mistaken. I think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that should be pretty cool, pretty nice. But any thoughts on that?
I like that they did a promo on his match with Naito, but I felt like they didn't explain anything. Like, I still know exactly what I did last week about why they turned on him, which is nothing. Not a damn thing. So they could have built up a little bit, like, have rumors of why he did it or something, or, I talked to Naito in the back and he said blah, 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 something like that. Something so we kind of get an idea. Because, I mean, I'm excited for the match, but if you don't build up the storyline, like, I don't know why they're fighting. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's still kind of up in the air to why. I don't know if we're ever going to get any explanation, too. I think that's the issue. It's like, I don't think we're going to get any explanation. It's going to be the same thing. We're just going to – I think they're going to assume we know, and we don't. It's what's really going to happen. But next we got a video package, which I liked a lot, on Shane Taylor and his history with Ray Rowe. I don't know really. This kind of introduced me to the history of the whole Ray Rowe Shane Taylor thing. I guess the kind of feud they're going on right now. So that was kind of cool. And I liked it just because it kind of clued me in on what I didn't know from, I guess, previous weeks. I'm not too sure how much this has been built up. But I'm not sure about the turn either. What really happened with that? But I'm probably gonna go and look it up at some point and kind of see what went down with that. But it definitely is an intriguing feud. And the match we had coming up was not the jobber match, but the match after that was actually pretty intriguing. Any thoughts on the video package between Shane Taylor and Ray Rowe?
I really like it, actually. This was the one tag team that I was talking about in Ring of Honor, big guys that I like. Because they're not the typical big guys that you get in that other company with the W's and the E. But I mean, I've seen these guys.
WEW, right?
Yeah, WEW. But I've seen these guys do like suicide dives and stuff, which is awesome for guys their size, because they're big men. Like they large. They are some large men. But I like this storyline. I think it was Keith Lee that was trained by Ray Rowe, and they were teaming together for a while until Ray Rowe went and, formed War Machine, and Keith Lee kind of feels like he abandoned him and turned his back on him, and he should have been the one that he, formed War Machine with. So it's kind of like, you were my mentor and you turned on me. Now I'm going to destroy you, kind of a thing, which I kind of like. I like that they're building it up, and, there's actually like storyline behind it. I know like some companies like WWE have done similar things. I think TNA has done it a couple times, but I just kind of like the way they've done this. And then, we'll get to it after, but I even liked Ray Rowe's mic skills tonight. I thought he was pretty good on the mic, or last night, or whenever you watched it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely agree, but let's get into the next thing, which we had was Kevin Lee and Shane. I don't know why I want to say Sean. Kevin Lee and Shane Taylor.
It's Keith Lee. Boy,
is it Keith Lee? Is it Keith Lee?
It's Keith.
Whatever.
Lee.
I called him Lee and Taylor for the longest time, so I didn't care about the first name.
What's the jobbers' names?
Two jobbers whose names I missed is what I have on my screen right now, so I don't know.
One of them was Ken Phoenix, and the other one was the other guy, because I didn't get his name.
Oh, so you didn't get a name either? Okay. So Phoenix, cool.
Ken
That's
Phoenix.
great.
His name is Ken Phoenix.
That's great. That's really good. Let's get into the match with these two jobbers I don't care about.
Ken
I was
Phoenix, another guy. Get it right.
these two jobbers I don't know. I got to liking the big dudes like really early in this match. There was something about them that was just different. From just the typical, we're big dudes, man. We're bigger than you. There was something different about them. I don't know what it was, but there was just something. I don't know if it wasn't really the aggression because you always see that from big guys, but like I don't know. Maybe it was because they were athletic too that really got me. Even in this jobber match, they were pretty athletic. But I don't know. I just really liked them. Plus, they were huge. Which one is it? Is it Taylor? Is Taylor the one that's just ridiculously huge? Like he shouldn't even be able to move. He's so big. Like this man is out of control. I don't understand how this man moves, how he moves. But yeah, like I think it is Taylor, but I like him though. He's my favorite out of the two. They ended it with the power bomb big splash combo. And that poor guy, I think it was Phoenix probably, because that's the only guy's name I know. He dead. He gone forever. That poor fella. But this was for a drive match was pretty good. I think it really opened my eyes to Lee and Taylor. I like them already. And plus we get something a little match later with these two. But thoughts on the initial jobber fest match of jobbers and the other two big guys?
So
I got you. It's good. It's good.
The big guy jobber fest. Okay.
Yes.
He's
got it.
It was a jobber match, but I liked it. I think it's a mix of their athleticism and size, and then also they actually have like personality. I feel like a lot of big guys in certain companies don't necessarily give them like personalities. It's just
the Fixer's a great personality.
What?
Sorry. The Fixer's a great personality.
Yeah, he is. If he ever fixes anything or shows up, he was supposed to fix my toilet because it was broken. And I called the Fixer, and he's supposed to come over, but that was like 2 weeks ago. So I don't know.
So how? Okay. Update. How in the world have you been using the toilet if it's broken for 2 weeks? I'm wondering though. I'm curious now. Like you hit a point.
I use a plastic bag.
Oh wow. So no, don't ever go over to Casey's house. Apparently.
I mean, you could come over after the Fixer comes and fixes it, but it's just you can still use it. It just don't flush. So yeah. But where was we? But yeah, they have personality, and I feel like in certain companies, they just throw out a big guy, and they're like, "You don't need a personality. You're just big. Go kill people," which is cool to an extent, but like, there's a point where it just turns into like robotic, where they're just doing the same thing over and over again, and it's like, okay, I want to know about this person. Like, I want to see charisma. I want to see. You should have stayed in Ring of Honor.
All right, let's jump into the aftermatch promo where where am I? Found myself. Basically, I think it was Taylor who did most of the talking. He was basically just talking about how if you got to stop us from breathing before we're gonna stop coming after you. So you got to beat us down before we beat you down. Ray Rowe, and specifically Ray Rowe more than anything. Not really. He like, Hanson, you over there. But I'm dealing with this man right now. This guy. You got to stop me before I stop you and stuff. And then Ray Rowe comes out before Machine came out. And Ray Rowe does the talking, which I liked. And he basically, he says, it's not about the past. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about violence tonight. And he comes storming to the ring, and they come down there, and then they get Oh, sorry, we're getting too far, getting too ahead. But I did enjoy the promo though. I enjoyed the promo from Ray Rowe. Um, I I feel like Hanson kind of is, kind of in the background a little bit, but I think he's fine with it to a certain degree. So I mean, I'm definitely liking this feud, the setup to this feud, and we would get a match soon enough, which I was really surprised about too. But any thoughts on the promo work from both teams, or well, technically both people, but both teams?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I gave my thoughts on that before. When I
All right,
said,
we're gonna continue. We got an Adam Cole promo.
did I say I am finished? You may move on. I didn't say that
You
yet.
haven't said that the entire show, so and you're not in glasses or anything, so I wouldn't know. That you have to be finished before you move on. I wouldn't know. But anyway, we're talking about Adam Cole.
Whoa,
baby.
whoa.
We talking about
Whoa.
Adam Cole.
Whoa.
Baby.
Whoa.
We are.
Whoa.
We're talking about Adam Cole. We're talking about Adam Cole. We're talking about Adam Cole. Basically setting up the match for next week with he and Adam Page versus Tanahashi and Michael Elgin. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see where that's going to go. We're going to continue. No, I'm just kidding. Casey, do you have any thoughts on the Adam Cole promo or any more thoughts, even though you were done? So why would you have thoughts if you were done? Because that's not how that works. I'm just saying that's not how that works. How you gonna have thoughts if? How you gonna have thoughts?
I ain't said I was done. At no point did I say.
You said I already gave my point. So and I was like, all right, so I can move on. So that's what I did.
I didn't say you may move on. I didn't say that.
You haven't said that the entire show. So how am I supposed to know?
Well, now I have the glasses on. And I am finished. You may move on. Oh, yeah, and Adam Cole, baby. That's all I have to say about that. Just Adam Cole, baby.
Why? Anyway, we gonna move on. We gonna move on is what we gonna do.
It's Adam Page. There's something about Page that I just don't.
You don't like Adam Page? Why?
No. I just
Adam
don't.
Page is great, except for Hangman Page. That's stupid. Call him Adam. His name is Adam. Adam Cole can't be the only Adam. It's not how that works.
He is the only Adam that matters because Page doesn't matter. He's just a wannabe.
It's just.
He's a Bullet Club wannabe. He's an honorary member. He's not a real member. They just let him hang in. So he doesn't.
Like Justin?
But yeah. Adam Page is Justin.
We're gonna go to the. Came back from the break, and we had War Machine versus Lee and Taylor. I'm gonna give you this because I enjoyed this match. I got a lot of notes from this match, but I want to give you a match because I don't want you to feel like you're not getting matches. So talk.
I did feel like I didn't. So I'm gonna give you this match not because I didn't write notes on this match, but because I want to hear your thoughts on the match.
So you can steal my. Yeah, okay, Justin. So you can steal. You want to hear my thoughts, so you can steal my thoughts. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But this was a good match. I enjoyed it. I love how I thought it was actually really odd that Ray Rowe was the one getting beat down, kind of by the numbers game. You would expect it to be Hanson in any other scenario, just because Ray Rowe's the key in the storyline, so keep him out of the match until later. But I liked it though. Hanson came in with the crossbodies because this man. I love this man's cartwheel clothesline. I just do. That's the difference between Hanson and freaking Nux. Nux used to do his cartwheel and just he wouldn't do anything off of it. At least Hanson, he hit you with a clothesline. It don't necessarily go with the momentum, but he hit you with a clothesline regardless. And I definitely like that. But I just felt like there was so much going on for a, I guess you could say, big man match. There was so much going on for these guys to be so just huge. And then basically the match was, it's starting to get heated up. Ray Rose about to hit that suicide dive, and he gets taken out with a chair. And then Hanson takes out Taylor, who had taken out Rowe with a chair. And basically the match gets thrown out. Then we get an aided power bomb through the kind of chairs in sitting position to Ray Rowe. So that was kind of interesting. I definitely liked. I enjoyed the match. I thought like I said, for a big guy match, there was a lot going on. There was so much going on. It was still fast paced. Like it wasn't like one of those matches that's slow. It was still fast paced. But any thoughts on War Machine versus Lee and Taylor? Right.
I definitely enjoyed this match. I liked it. I like their scheme of things in this match. No, but I definitely liked it for like you said, for a big guy match. Kind of watching this makes me feel like the Ascension should ask for their release and go to Ring of Honor, where they'll actually be used correctly as big guys. Just saying, because I want to see the Ascension actually used one time.
True.
Yeah, because they're good, but we don't see them at all. They got new face paint and everything. We saw it one time.
It's shameful what they're doing.
Connor is going to be on my top cruiserweights six pack. Connor's he's a cruiserweight, right?
Close. He's very close. I think.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay.
But speaking of cruiserweight six packs, it's coming up very, very soon after Raw. So about 11, 15-ish Eastern.
That was my
I got you. I got you. Promotion. There we go. Look at that. Look at it. Anyway, we got Matt Taven on commentary, talking about how the Kingdom will be in the tournament for the six-man tag titles. Now, if you don't know, this will be a new incarnation of the Kingdom, more than likely. Mike Bennett is in TNA. Adam Cole is the world champion. He doesn't like Adam Cole. He's very adamant about that. And Maria is in TNA as well. So this will be a new incarnation of the Kingdom. So I'm wondering who it's going to be. That's kind of the interesting thing. Who is it going to be? And it's cool to see if there's going to be six-man tag team titles. I'm excited about that. I want to see how that plays out in Ring of Honor because they do good six-man tag matches. But anyway, Casey, thoughts on Taven and the Kingdom coming to the six-man tag team tournament?
You didn't hear it from me, but I'm going to be part of a new kingdom. I'm going to be a member of a new kingdom. So there's a little hint for you. It's me. I'm excited for my debut. I am. I think it's going to be really good. It's going to be good for Ring of Honor. They've been on a low point for a while. They needed a star like me, so they were like, you know what? Let's bring back the Kingdom with new, fresh faces. And you know what? We're gonna make Casey from the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast our leader, because he's a natural leader. He really is. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
That should be exciting. So I don't know if Casey's gonna make the Ring of Honor review next week. He might be a little bruised or might actually be doing the taping on that night. I'm not sure. He didn't let me know. So you never know. You never know. Know.
They pre-record, so
that's true. So you already made your debut. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying you already made your debut?
You don't know that. You did. This is supposed to be a secret.
But if it's a secret, it would be leaked by now. If it was that big, I'm just saying, if it was that big of a secret, it'd be leaked by now. But we're gonna move on to the main event. We're gonna move on real quick to the main event. We got the Addiction and Kamatachi Yeah,
Kamatachi.
versus Okada. Yeah, that guy versus Okada and Roppongi Vice. I'm not good with Japanese names. Sorry. Anyway, this was a good match though. I definitely enjoyed it. I think a lot of times the crowd does keep you into these matches. The crowd is just so on the edge of their seats throughout the entire match, and that I think that kind of helps you stay involved in these matches. They're exciting, but too, even when there's not a lot of extraordinary things going on, I think the crowd just being hype helps out a lot. Um, Okada and Roppongi Vice were in control for a nice chunk of this match. Love the clotheslines to everyone. I thought that was hilarious. I like how he just kept going with it, just going and going and going. And then the addiction and Kamahashi, Kamachi, um, whatever the man's name is. The addiction basically won. It didn't matter about him. The addiction won with the best bouncer ever. I think is what that's called. I think, if I'm not mistaken, but that I definitely like that. It's best moonsault ever into a tombstone. It's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. I want to see how the ladder wars plays out for the addiction though, more than anything. Just because they weren't happy about it, so that would be pretty cool. Any thoughts on the addiction and Special K going up against Okada and Roppongi Vice?
What?
Special K. I'm not saying his name anymore because you want to ridicule me anytime I say the man's name. So, you know what I'm not gonna do? Say his name.
Wow. Special K. Oh man. I'm gonna ignore that, but I did like this match. I love Roppongi Vice. I feel like I don't get to see them as much unless they have matches in New Japan, which is pre-recorded, the one that I get. So it happened months ago anyway. But they're definitely a fun tag team to watch. The Addiction is obviously good. They have years of experience together. I like that storyline wise they've taken Kamatachi kind of under their wing, in their heel tactics, which is cool. And then we have Okada, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I'm not the biggest fan of Okada. I'm sorry.
I barely watch the man. I'm a fan.
I'm just not. He's no Kata Ibushi, but he's pretty good. He's no Kata Ibushi, but he'll do. He'll do. Speaking of which, I think Kata Ibushi needs to be the champion of all companies. Just so I can say, in your world heavyweight champion, Kata Ibushi. Or Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah. I am done. You may move on. Or I can just talk more about Kata Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr.
I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to. If you wanted to, it's a possibility that you.
I enjoy Kata Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. I think that Kata Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. are phenomenal athletes in the ring. You have Kata Ibushi with his strong style, and Zack Sabre Jr., the technical wizard. And they are just phenomenal. I am done. You may move on.
I hope so. I really do. I really hope so. I hope. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Going to put the social media information up so you can give us a follow with the Ring of Honor logo. Kind of cool. Just in case you forgot what we were talking about, because this man over here talking about Kata Ibushi and Zack. I'm just saying that's what he did.
Kata Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr.
So I mean, but just for you, be sure to follow us on Twitter. ICW_podcast, $Bill03 Casey, whatever that is.
I think we need to edit that and add the Twitter of Zack Sabre Jr. and Kata Ibushi, so that they can follow Sabre Jr. and Kata.
I mean, I'm sure if they cared about him that much, they would probably be already following them. I'm just saying it's a thing that probably would happen. More than likely.
What if they don't know that they have Twitter? We could help them follow Kara Ebashi and Zack Sabre Jr.
All right, I took care of that. I took care of that for you. You can thank me later. Everyone can thank me later, but be sure to follow us on Twitter. And if you want to follow Kyle Bushy and Zach Sabre Jr., do you? You do you. Be sure to subscribe. Give us a like if you'd like to. That's about it. We'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed.